Can you tell? Do you remember any person drinking the sugar free tea or avoiding consumption of sweets? What may be the possible reason for this? So, you must have noticed anybody in your family or other people that do not take any sweets or sugar in their tea or do not eat sugar at all. Why is this? Some people have a disease called diabetes, and because of this, they have to limit the amount of sugar they take in their diet. Let's see what is diabetes exactly. So, diabetes is the next disease, which is a non communicable disease that we will learn about. The hormone insulin produced in the pancreas controls the level of sugar and glucose in the blood. So, we have a hormone in our body which is called as insulin. And whenever we eat any food or any sweets, then the level of insulin in our body increases. And because of this, it removes all the glucose and sugar from our blood and gives it to other tissues who need it for energy. If insulin is secreted in low quantity, then glucose levels cannot be controlled. This disorder is called as diabetes. So now in these people, they have a problem in secreting the hormone insulin. And because of this, all the glucose that is there in their blood is not able to leave the blood and enter the organs. Because of this, there is a very high level of glucose in the blood. And because of that, they should limit the amount of glucose that they eat in our diet, because otherwise the glucose level will be too high in the blood and that will cause symptoms of diabetes. Symptoms which cannot be ignored are frequent urination at night, increased obesity, or weight loss. So, because of this, they have increased urination at night because the body tries to eliminate all the glucose that is present in the blood by urinating. That's why, if their level of sugar is very high in their blood, they will have increased amounts of urination because the body is trying to remove this glucose. Reasons for diabetes. It can be hereditary, that is, it can be present in the family, and because of that, the person gets the disease, or it can be because of obesity. So, if the disease is hereditary, then the child will have it as soon as he is born because it is passed on from the parents. But if it is caused because of obesity, then the patient will get the diabetes after he is an adult or later in life. Lack of physical exercise. So this is one cause which can cause obesity, and because of that the person can get diabetes. And mental stress. So any stress that is there in the body or any mental stress can also cause diabetes. Preventive measures. So how we can prevent diabetes from occurring? Following the proper diet, medicines and exercise under the supervision of doctor helps to keep the diabetes under control. So if we follow proper diet, that is, we do not eat too much glucose or sugar containing substances, then the patient will not have extra glucose and sugar in the blood and the symptoms will be managed properly. Also, there are certain medicines that can decrease the level of sugar in the blood, and these are also very useful in diabetes patients. Also, exercise can decrease the chance of the person getting obesity and therefore can prevent the person from getting diabetes. Do you know that India has the largest number of diabetes patients in the world? At present, approximately 7 crore diabetes patients are present in the country. So, diabetes is such a common disease in our country, and you must definitely have some family member or relative or somebody you know who has diabetes. Therefore, it is very important for us to control our diet and to do exercise so that we don't get this disease. The next disease we will see is heart disease, which is also a very common disease that is seen in our country. Efficiency of the heart decreases due to decreased blood supply and thereby oxygen and nutrient supply to the heart muscles. So even our heart requires oxygen and blood because it pumps and it does a lot of work. So therefore it requires a lot of oxygen and a lot of blood supply, even though it is the organ that supplies blood to other organs. So therefore, if the efficacy, that is, if the work that the heart can do decreases, then it can decrease the amount of blood supply that it gets, and also because of that the oxygen and the nutrient supply will also decrease, and because of that the heart muscles will not get enough of oxygen that it requires, and therefore it can get damaged. Due to this, heart has to perform more work that leads to stress on it. So first of all, the heart is a bit damaged because it cannot pump blood. And on top of that, because it cannot pump blood, it does not receive the nutrient also. So it cannot even fix itself. Because of that, the work and stress on it increases even more. This may cause heart attack. So because of this, when the heart muscles do not get enough oxygen supply, then they become damaged and they fail to work, and this is called as heart attack. If someone has a heart attack, immediate consultation of doctor and treatment is necessary. The heart is a very vital, that is important organ of our body, and if it stops working, then we can die also, because the other organs like our brain and other important organs cannot get the oxygen supply and nutrient supply. Because of that, we can die. So as soon as the person gets a heart attack, it is very important for him to go to the doctor and get the required treatment. One should not ignore these symptoms: severe chest pain, pain in the shoulder, neck and arms, cramps in the hand, uneasiness and tremors. So when we get a heart attack, we usually get these symptoms, and they are usually non-specific. That is, when you get these symptoms, you don't think of a heart attack. But we should be very careful, and as soon as we get these symptoms, we should consult a doctor. So if we get chest pain or pain in our shoulder, neck and arms, or even cramps in our hands, it's when with the muscles in our hands start paining because they don't get the oxygen supply from the blood. Uneasiness and tremors. Tremors is when we get slight shaking in our hands. Reasons of heart attack. So what is the cause that a person can get heart attack? Smoking. It is one of the biggest causes of heart attack, because when a person smokes, the arteries that supply blood to the heart get damaged, and because of that the heart does not get the required nutrients it needs. The other causes include alcoholism, diabetes, hypertension, in which there is increased blood pressure in our arteries, obesity, lack of physical exercise, heredity, mental stress, anger, anxiety, etc. So when we have mental stress, anger, anxiety, it can cause increase in blood pressure, and because of that the person will get hypertension. And when the person gets hypertension, because of too much pressure within the arteries, they get damaged, and because of that again the heart will not get the required nutrients. Also, when we do proper exercise every day, we will make our heart stronger so that it will not get any heart disease, or it can prevent it from getting a heart attack. Therefore, it is very important to exercise. Always remember, each disease has specific scientific reason. Diseases do not occur due to divine curse or hating by anyone. Diseases can be cured by proper medical treatment and not by chanting mantras or performing magical tricks. So you must have heard that some people talk about evil eye or a disease occurring because of somebody's hate towards them, or also that certain disease can be cured by magic and mantras. But this is not true, because each and every disease has been found to have a specific scientific reason, and only certain proper medical treatment can cure it. Always remember the first aid for heart disease. First, call 108 for ambulance, because heart disease can cause death, and it is very important to give treatment to the person immediately. So as soon as the person gets a heart attack or any heart disease, it is important to call ambulance and call 108. Check the consciousness of the patient by shaking the shoulders. So if the person has fainted or is not able to follow the commands, it is important to check if he is actually conscious or if he has lost his consciousness. So if you shake the shoulders and ask them to respond to you, you will be able to check the consciousness. Keep the patient lying on the back in a horizontal position on a hard surface and perform compressions only life support. So, when the patient has fallen down because of a heart attack, it is important to keep the patient in the lying down position only on a hard surface and to perform compressions only life support. So, this is a very important life support which is given to patients before the ambulance can come and take care of them. You must have seen this in movies too. In this, when a person faints, another person comes and puts his hand on the patient's chest and uses a lot of force to push on the chest so that little bit of blood from the heart can be pumped mechanically so that before the ambulance arrives, the patient can be saved. In this, press the center of the thorax, that is the chest area, for at least 30 times at the rate of 100 to 120 strokes per minute. So you have to pump fast and hard also. Misuse of medicines. Sometimes some people take the medicines without prescription of the doctor. So only when you have a disease and you go to the doctor will write you a prescription in which he will give the specific medicines required for you. If you take medicines that are not given by the doctor's prescription, then it is wrong. Overdose of medicines may affect our body. So if you take any medicine which is not for you and you don't have the disease for it, and if you take too much also of any medicine, then it can affect our body. Example, overdose of painkillers may damage the nervous system, excretory system, liver, etc. So even if you have a little pain and you take the pain medicine, which is not in proper dose, you may overdose on them and you may take too much of it without understanding. Therefore, it is very important to consult a doctor before taking any kind of medicines. So, when you take an overdose of painkillers, they can also damage the nervous system, that is all your nerves, and it can also damage the excretory system. And because the liver is responsible for excreting all the drugs, if you take too much of drugs, then the liver will not function properly. Overdose of antibiotics may lead to nausea, stomach ache, dysentery, rash, white patches on the tongue, etc. So, when you take too much of antibiotics, which is given to cure any biotic, that is bacteria causing diseases, then you can get nausea, that is feeling of vomiting, and stomach ache, dysentery, which was watery diarrhea, and rashes and white patches on your tongue, which is not good. Generic medicines. Generic medicines are also known as general medicines. These are manufactured and distributed without any patent. So when a person discovers a drug for any disease, then he or she can put a patent on that drug so that if anybody buys that drug, a certain amount of profit will go to that person who discovered that drug. But certain general medicines are kept and distributed without these patents, so that the general population can get it at a cheaper rate. These medicines are at par, that is, they are equal to the quality of branded medicines. So, certain branded medicines which are very expensive because of the patent, so they are in par with the general medicines so that the poor can also get the medicines. Production cost of these medicines is very low due to fewer expenses on research as their formula is readily available. So because the chemicals required to make these medicines and produce it are very easily available, that is why the expenditure that is required to make it is very low, and these drugs and medicines can be sold at a very cheap rate so that the general population who cannot afford expensive drugs can use it. Use of ICT. You can easily obtain the generic medicines using mobile apps like HealthCart and Jan Samadhan. Download those apps on your mobile and use it if necessary. Lifestyle and diseases. Lifestyle includes the daily routine and the type of food that we eat. So whatever we do in our lifestyle daily, whatever activities we perform, and all the different types of foods we eat, and also the amount of food we eat, and also the amount of water we drink, it all comes under lifestyle. Nowadays, habits like staying in bed till late morning and going to bed late at night, frequent changes in meal timings, lack of physical exercise, consumption of junk food, etc. have been increased. Due to this, such people are getting sick frequently. So, if you get sick frequently, then you should see of what your diet is and all your habits are, and make sure you follow healthy habits and healthy food. If frequency of becoming sick is to be lowered, people should follow the right lifestyle. So if you do not want to be sick very often and you want to be healthy, then you have to follow the right lifestyle, which includes sleeping early and getting up early, and also doing physical exercise and not consuming any junk food, and only eating healthy foods and including fruits and vegetables in the diet. It must include sufficient sleep, right food, yogasanas, pranayam, and physical exercise. Because when we do exercise, both our body and mental fitness is maintained. Physical exercise should also be as per one's own capacity. So you should not do too much also of it. You should do just enough that is required for the body to maintain its proper physical needs. Pranayam and yogasanas should be performed under the expert supervision, because certain yogasanas to do is very difficult, and only after somebody teaches you properly can you do them. See the videos of pranayam and yogasanas so that you can also perform them at home. Vaccination. Vaccination is very important to prevent the infection diseases. Collect the vaccination schedule chart from a nearby clinic and study it. So take a vaccination chart and see if you have gone through all the required vaccinations and your vaccination schedule is up to date. Do you know that the Government of India declared the Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Yojana on 1st July 2015? In this scheme, best quality medicines are made available in affordable prices to the citizens. So the poor people and the people who cannot afford expensive medicines can get the best quality medicines in affordable prices because of this scheme. The Jan Aushadhi stores are launched for this purpose. So in certain stores, they are sold at a very reasonable price. Indian companies export the generic medicines on a large scale. So India is one of the largest companies that exports medicines to other countries. However, those medicines are sold under brand name with high prices in India. In America, 80% of medicines used are generic. Due to this, hundreds of billions of money is saved there. So in America, because most of the medicines are produced within America itself, America saves a lot of money. Let us celebrate health awareness days. So these days are allotted to certain diseases so that it is very important to spread awareness and to teach other people about these diseases. 7th April is observed as World Health Day. 14th June is observed as World Blood Donation Day. 29th September is observed as World Health Day, and 14th November is observed as World Diabetes Day. So because of this, certain diseases have been allotted to certain days. On these days, it is very important to spread the news about these diseases so that myths and other false information of such diseases can be avoided and people can get the right information and can seek treatment of such diseases as well. Understand the importance. Blood donation. 1 unit of blood donated by a person can fulfill the need of 3 persons at a time. So if anybody comes across an accident or if they have a disease that causes a lot of blood loss, it is important to refill and to replenish their blood. So if we do this, they will be saved. Therefore, they can get this blood only when other people donate it to them. For example, RBCs, WBCs and platelets. So these are components which are present in the blood which is very important for survival. And if they decrease more than normal, then the patient can get any disease or can even die. So therefore, it is very important to replenish their blood. And therefore, it is very important for normal healthy people to donate their blood so that people who need it can obtain it. One can save the life of 12 persons by donating the blood for 4 times a year. So, when you donate blood, even 1 unit of blood can save 3 people's lives. So, therefore, if you donate blood 4 times a year, then 4 into 3 will be 12, and you will be able to help save 12 people's lives. Therefore, it is very, very important to donate blood. And when you become 18 years old, make sure you donate blood every year.